Creation is certainly a very extensive and complicated place, especially for the personal little self. For the real selves, the real beings of light we actually are, nothing would require consideration. Nothing would need to be pondered or deliberated over. The real awareness, the real selves we all are, and that would be every individual, the length and breadth of every creational simulator there is, stands with the is now. In such a state of being, there is nothing but a perpetual, endless being-isness. This state of being is hard, if not impossible, for the personal self to grasp, for it lacks the tools to be able to appreciate how this can be. And in fact, from the limited, literal perspective of the created self, a state of just being might even sound rather dull. We are reminded that we have two selves effectively, at least for as long as we are in creation, and we will remain in the creational simulator until we are able to stand with the is and recognize how this can be so. This becomes then a choice we all must make. Everyone has free will, the free will to decide whatever they want for themselves. For some, the creational matrix seems to be enough. For yes, there is nothing in the simulator that an individual can't have. The simulator is designed as a reflective bubble for whatever an individual may desire. The real self has created the personal self to operate within this created simulator, and the mechanics of the personal self, if you will, and the design of creation itself ensures that whatever an individual wishes, desires, seeks and chases will be so. For everything in creation is cause and effect. This is the design of the simulator. The simulator is constructed almost like a movie generator, and every participant, every individual, has all the tools required to create within the creational simulator, to create any movie they wish, and they are the star of whatever type of movie they decide to generate. Creation itself, the simulator, is effectively the stage. We might call it the computer screen or the television. Everything required to display the movie, computer game, or stage performance. The simulator then sits in a potentiality of unlimited possibility. The stage can have any show, the TV screen any movie, the computer screen, any game. And into this arena, this simulator of unlimited possibility, the real self places its created self, the personal self. A personal created self that is perfectly designed to utilize the mechanics of the cause and effect simulator to create any game, movie, or stage show it wants. Enter then the created self, initially beginning as a very rudimentary individual, rocks and things of this nature, through the mineral kingdom to the insect kingdom, through the various animal kingdoms. The personal self is what we may call a created consciousness, and it will continually build upon itself as it transitions through the various animal, insect kingdoms of body forms. At this point, as with any animal body form, the individual lacks what we call free will. The simulator is designed as a free will simulator, in other words, the free rein to create whatever an individual desires. For the cause and effect nature of the simulator is such that anything created we may refer to as a cause, and what follows is the automatic reflecting effect, which is the creation made manifest, manifesting as the experience, which aligns with and mirrors the nature and the particulars of the creation. Free will then allows an individual to create whatever they will. Everyone is always the decider of whatever they create, but the effect or experience is an automatic result, and if the creations are not managed with care and consideration, if we create poorly, we can expect experiences perhaps not very favourable, or not as we would have liked them ideally to be. The body vehicle contains 5 parts, or aspects. We all will have 5 vehicles, and each have the facilities to create, or indeed combine the facilities together for an overall conglomeration of a creation. As the decider of our creations, we use the faculties of each body type to mould what we create. Thoughts from the mental body for the inception and focus of our desire or want. Added emotional charge from our astral vehicle to enhance the creation, for emotionally charged ideas are very much the most potent and likely to be so. The etheric vehicle with its imagination also can be utilized with the emotionally charged idea, to ensure further the manifestation of what we seek. This is why we are more likely to attain what we desire if we make use of the full spectrum of the facilities of our personal self and the vehicles it comprises. This, of course, would be a very conscious use of the body-vehicle mechanics to create in the simulator. We must remember, however, that much, if not most, of what we create is very much unconscious. In other words, we are not aware of how creation works, the cause and effect nature of it, or how our very thoughts, emotions, and imagination are constantly churning out creations or causes. If we don't get a handle on these body vehicles, we can say that everything in creation must be created, for the simulator is simply the stage, the television, and it produces no show or movie until created individuals within it utilize the mechanics of their created body vehicles to generate the shows and movies. We can see then that without anything being created, the simulator would probably be a void, a nothing, a blank screen. And so everything that we see in our world is a creation, and the only way a creation can be is if someone created it. All creations stem from the thought, the emotion and imagination, a desire, a want that it be so, and cause and effect ensures that it is. The experience of what was sought manifests in the simulator. We can give all creations an umbrella term and refer to them as ideas. And so all the mechanics of the vehicles that are the generators of experience, the mental, emotional, and imagination, all the thoughts, emotions, are ideas. And so everything in creation was created and stemmed from an idea that was conceived from the created personal self, using the facilities of the 5 vehicles. As we can see, we can consciously create. We can deliberately decide and focus on what we wish to manifest, as we grasp at least an understanding of how creation seems to work. However, even for those who get a handle on this notion, and who do seem to become adept at manifesting whatever they desire, they may not realize, as the great majority of people will not, that it is not just what we focus on that becomes so. We may go through our lives and spend time focusing on a particular want, discipline ourselves in this manner, and be self-contented that life will unfold exactly as we decree. Well, it will to an extent. Everything we project as a desire, want, or goal will have us experience the effect of what we set in motion. Our focused on causes, but few may realize that every single thought, emotion, and imaginative whim is an idea, is a creation, is a cause, and according to the nature and particulars of that thought, emotion, or imaginative whim will be the effect or experience that must follow. For most people, very little consideration is afforded for the thoughts, emotions, and imaginative ideas they constantly are churning out. For everything in everybody's lives is according to what they have decided for themselves. In other words, the ideas, the creations they have forged, that becomes the bricks by which they build their experiences. The experiences that are to come, and even experiences projected into future lifetimes. For if you don't experience your creations here, you will be doing so in future lifetimes. And as everybody tends to constantly churn out created ideas, they tend to remain in the simulator until they get a grasp of its nature and exercise a little control over the experience-generating body vehicles. This is why we would refer to the vast majority who churn out ideas unknowing of their experience-effecting potency as unconscious. They are the unconscious creators of their ongoing experience, their ongoing movie, regardless of the nature by the means by which we create, be it consciously or unconsciously. The simulator is working as intended. It is designed to generate experiences in this manner, according to the free will design of all who have created personal selves inside it. It's interesting how any idea can be created, and the resulting experience be so, including the ideas of others. Nothing can feature in an individual's experience, in their movie or computer game, unless it's an idea they have created, decided upon, we might say, agreed with. Based on this mechanic, then, other people's ideas or creations can, in fact, feature in our experience also, but only if we agree, and effectively decide. Thus, other people's creations, other people's inceptions and ideas become our own, as we agree with them and make them ours, and their creations, their ideas, must then feature in our experience.